you're born in the trees and then you live out the park. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hey everyone, welcome down to another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, where you join us in a sitting room in Alabama, which I've never said before. I'm being joined here by Mr. Samuel Forrest, who has joined me on the final leg of this trip. I have been away from home, I think this is the third week now, I want to say.
It's been a while.
Started off in Arkansas, travelled up to Missouri, now in Alabama, and finishing off in Atlanta. And there are many adventures of which to tell you and let you know what we've been on with and what you can expect from the channel and other channels as well. We are going to start, though, with the BMW recap, because the BMW Championship has just been completed. Scotty Scheffler yet again wins, making that his 44th win this year. I think, probably. He doesn't care. Does anyone else care?
Just another Sunday. Another Sunday.
That's what we're going to discuss. We're going to move on to the Creator Classic, which is happening next week in Atlanta. We've got the Internet Invitational, which I've just been in Missouri. I'm under a pretty tight NDA, but I think I can chat about a general idea of what was going on.
I won't probe you too hard.
No, please. A lack of probing on this couch would be preferable. And then highlights of film with Good, about a week with Good. And then just a little bit of a chat about some other things which might be happening. So, BMW recap, first of all. Scotty Scheffler, he was trailing going into the final round from our good friend Bob McIntyre. And
he's starting with a 4-shot lead, was it?
Yeah.
On day 4. 4 shots, you think, solid.
I mean, I think it's the case that Scotty's kind of bringing himself into this position where there's obviously a lead which is safe from him, but if he's in second, if he's within reach, there is an inevitability about it that he's going to be near the top at the end. He's going to rise. He's not going to fade away.
Yep.
You know, the amount of times that he's not managed to challenge in a tournament is ridiculously low when he's had the opportunity. So I don't think that was unexpected. It was a little bit of a shame to see kind of Bob fade away, but he's played great golf all week. It's just a pity in that final round.
It's kind of that aura that he's like putting the pressure on the people around him so much because you know how inevitable he is.
Well,
Scotty.
And he's just able to like produce some shots when it matters, which really are amazing. I mean, that chipping on 17, lightning fast down the hill towards the water, kind of everything on the line. Wants to get a cushion going into the final hole, and manages an incredible chip. And if you've not seen it so far, I'm sure the highlights will be everywhere. But it just goes to show why he's the number one player in the world and why still and continuously getting so many comparisons to Tiger, because he has managed to again tick off some Tiger records. Like this is a level of dominance that we haven't seen since Tiger. And I think we've already been into the podcast about why the comparisons between the two way too early, and also hard because they're two very different characters. Tiger Woods and golf go together, and Scotty
and his family go together.
Doesn't care. Which I think he does. But
that was
sure we'll be through that as well.
That made it 17 rounds under par in a row for Scotty as well.
Yeah, his 5th win of the season, so he's already got 2 majors, also with the PGA and the Open, and now he's going to be heading into the Tour Championship. Well, I was going to say he's going to be heading into the Tour Championship, leading the FedEx Cup, but
that means nothing.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. I mean, we'll talk about going over to Atlanta next week, but the FedEx Cup, which has been ongoing now for how long? How long's the FedEx Cup been going on for? It must be a good 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's a while.
And the whole idea was to originally, back in the day that I can remember, was to give a little bit more impetus to season-long performance. The whole point of the FedEx Cup originally was to reward consistency and to give a huge end-of-season bonus to the player that performed the best throughout the year. Now, the way that was done, every time you go play an event, you get ranked on your performances, you get points, which adds up to the Order of Merit, and then the leader of the Order of the Merit at the end of the year would win the FedEx Cup. Now, with the Tour Championship, the idea was that was going to be a very weighted event. So if you won that event, there was more chance of you finishing top of the Order of Merit, getting the FedEx Cup, being crowned the best golfer on the PGA Tour, and all the rest of it. And it's morphed.
Yeah, they've tinkered with it a lot, and then ultimately landed on a straight shootout where Akshay Bhatia at 30th could conceivably win the FedEx Cup.
So we did get in the end.
Yeah,
fantastic. It's a bit of an odd one because the FedEx Cup playoffs as well have been events which you've been whittling down the fields until 30 players remain going into next week. But because this ranking doesn't really matter anymore, because what used to happen, for the last few years, is the top player would start, I think, on 10 under par, and then second would be on 8 or 9, and then it'd be ranked down to give them an advantage to reward that consistency throughout the year. And now anyone in the top 30 can win the Tour Champs and win the FedEx Cup. It seems a weird way to do things.
I'm a bit sort of mixed because I don't think I liked the advantage that they were doing in previous years where they would be at 10 shots ahead or whatever, because it kind of just makes that whole event a bit of a waste of time. Because if Scotty's 10 shots ahead, he's not going to lose, is it? But there's
probably not.
No, but there's better ways to do it in the sort of the original way, which was just weighting it harder so that it's just Scotty. You walk into a tournament, Scotty 10 shots ahead. Why are you even watching it?
So one of the issues that the PGA certainly felt that they had is that during the dominance of Tiger Woods and during that era, he always won the Order of Merit because he was so good throughout the year that no one could catch him. And therefore, the Order of Merit was really decided, with a few events to go. So the only thing that was worthwhile winning was the Tour Championship, and that was almost a separate event. But it very rarely had any impact on what the Order of Merit finally was. But at the same time,
that's fair because he was the best.
At the same time,
it might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but it's fair.
Well, it now feels like this isn't. We're not talking about an Order of Merit anymore. We're not talking about a system or a tour that rewards and shows who the best player is over the course of the year.
Yeah.
This is just a straight shootout of 30 players. Now, you could say that Scotty's the best, he's still going to win. But now Rory took off the first FedEx Cup playoff event because he was in second. He was always going to be second going into this event. So what was the point of him playing? It doesn't make any sense. And I understand why moving the season for a start, it's earlier now, so it doesn't interfere with the American football when that comes on in September. And it's been, I think, overall viewership wise, it's starting to work, even though the numbers still aren't as big as they used to be. But it wasn't really broken.
Yeah, they just decided to tinker too hard.
In any season-long event, in any season-long process where you're looking to establish who the best players are. If you're looking at football, soccer, you're looking to establish who the best team is throughout the year. Yeah. Now, if Liverpool, if Arsenal, if United, no, that's never going to happen. If they win the league with 10 games to go, it might take the impact out of the last few games, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't reward them for having a really good season. That doesn't make sense. And I think the FedEx Cup has fallen into this little bit of a weird arena where they're so desperate to make sure that people watch because things matter in this final event that you've taken away all the necessity apart from getting into that final 30. Yeah. Now, it doesn't make other events meaningless, far from it. There are singular events within the season that players still want to win. But it also takes away any real impetus for players. I said that word like 6 times now. For players to play some of the lesser events. Yeah. To build themselves up the Order of Merit.
Well, it's kind of a very American thing. It's like a sort of playoffs in basketball or Super Bowl, all that, isn't it? It's like throughout the year you play 82 games like in basketball and you end up in a ranking system. But ultimately it doesn't really matter because the 8th seed can still go and win That you can take games off and you can do all that because ultimately it only matters at the end. Whereas in the UK, like football and other sports, it's more sort of weighted to the consistency kind of side of thing, which doesn't produce that final blowout sort of one winner takes all moment at the end, which is the clickable thing.
Yeah, and you're right, and I do understand that argument, but if you're looking at a tour and the way that tour golf has been structured for pretty much its entirety, it's not about a final blowout. If it coincides,
I'm not saying it should be.
Yeah. I mean, if it coincides that the Tour Championship just happens to decide who wins the Order of Merit,
then great.
And there is drama and there is something crazy going on, then great. I mean, that might only happen maybe once every 8 years, but it means that one year.
Yeah, it's like a huge year and a huge moment.
Is incredible, and then people will remember it. And I just don't feel that people are actually massively engaged with what the FedEx Cup was meant to be about, because, again, we've said it so many times on this podcast, and by what you guys have said, I know a lot of you guys agree, and please, if you don't, get down to those comments or messages on social, whatever you want to do. But the whole point of the FedEx Cup is to just funnel a large amount of cash into the players at the end of the year based on how well they've been performing. And general golf fans aren't asked about
money,
about massive amounts of money going to players. It's great for the players. It's unreal. Like, getting money is a wonderful thing to do when you get paid for doing your job, but it doesn't matter to the golf fan.
But then they've also got like the PGA Tour has its like impact payments as well. So it's like even the money to them isn't that meaningful in that moment, because Rory, if Rory wins the Order of Merit FedEx Cup, he'll still get, or if he doesn't, he'll still get a 20-30 odd million payout from just being an impactful personality,
presence on the tour.
So it's like he's still not like, if I don't win this, I don't get all this money. It's like whatever. It's like Scotty now, he wins so much, and it's all sort of said and done, and it becomes less impactful.
Yeah, and it's just not like winning the Tour Championship, winning the end of season event. Like, that should be a thing in itself.
Yeah,
that should be something to be celebrated on its own. But like we said, the PGA Tour want to try and make this last event exciting, but I just don't think this is. I don't think this is working. I might be wrong. Yeah. This might turn out to be the best tournament that we've ever seen.
But do you, as a player, if you're going to find more meaning from a season-long victory where you've grinded out every week and you've racked up all these points and you've come out on top at the end, you're going to find way more meaning in that than a one-off event at the end of the year that you just happen to win. Yeah,
but for the player, for players, like, apart from Scotty and maybe Rory, for example, like, winning the FedEx Cup is still a massive payout. It's a ridiculously large amount of money.
Yeah.
Now, if you're coming into this week 25th and you happen to win, that's amazing for you. Yeah. And I'm sure the fans...
But you don't think that you're the best.
Yeah, no, but so that's what I mean. The Order of Merit kind of is meaningless.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the FedEx Cup and the way this is structured, this was never actually about the players. This was about trying to make it more entertaining for fans and to try and make it more engaging.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's really done that.
It's not worked.
No. Oh, well, in my opinion, anyway. So get down to those comments. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe if you're listening on your favourite podcast provider. Make sure you give us a 5-star review and just, talk to us.
Tell your friends.
Through Discord or online. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Get everyone involved.
Post it on your Instagram story.
Or your TikTok.
Or your TikTok.
Or your Snapchat.
Or your Facebook if you're which is part of the older persuasion.
Now, a few things about Scotty. So he's become the first man since Tiger to average over 20 official world golf ranking points per event across a 2-year span. Now, what that effectively means is that in the world golf rankings, Scotty can't be overtaken until, I think, 2086.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Which it might be an exaggeration, but I think that's probably about right.
Okay, yeah.
So Scotty's going to be world number one for quite some time.
Forever.
Even if he takes time off.
Once he's dead, he'll still be world number one.
Well, it's not like a North Korea kind of thing. Like we've not got the dear leader who's going to be still there. I don't think so.
Maybe.
Hey, listen, he's dominating to a point where people might just put him in charge of things.
He could start getting 18 holes in one in a round, just like Kim Jong Un.
And talk to dolphins.
Yeah.
If Scotty can talk to dolphins, that's great. But I think he's more interested. But he could literally spend the time off, like a year off with his family, come back, and he'd still be world number one. I'm pretty sure that's right. Unless, one player just wins every single event.
Yeah.
So
unless a new Scotty emerges.
Like, he is, yeah. But I just don't really see it kind of happening at the moment. There's a lot of amazing players out there.
There's no one that gets anywhere near the levels of consistency.
That's the thing. It's not that there aren't as good players out there as Scotty. Like, Scotty is a fantastic player, but it's more the consistency and the mentality that he brings to it, which is scary. Like I said, he has that effect on the leaderboards now. So now it should go without saying that he is secured for the Ryder Cup.
Well, a stat for that, if you're talking about distance between him and the next, I think it's something like he's got more points for the Ryder Cup than the next three after him combined.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
that's not like they're 2, 3, and 4 best in America added together, not as good. That's
So,
number one.
This is the thing with the Ryder Cup, and I'll get your opinion on this. But guys, comment below, and if this is clipped, I'd love to kind of have your opinion as well. So Scotty is going into this, like I said, with 3 times the amount of points as the next 3 people below him. And do you think he will be the leading point scorer for the American team?
I mean, you'd say so. I mean, he's quite, he's got ice in his veins, hasn't he? And when it actually comes down to it, he doesn't, because he doesn't care. He just gets it done, doesn't he?
But what about his performances in previous Ryder Cups?
But was he not different back then? Like, putting not as good. Was he not a bit more angry and a bit more sort of agitated? And nowadays he's just like,
I think he's always angry underneath the surface.
I know, but he controls it so much better now.
I don't actually see Scotty as, I don't see him in that light. I actually see Scotty very much in line with Tiger Woods. Of being a real dominant force within the game of golf, season by season. But when it comes to the Ryder Cup, like, Tiger was never the best Ryder Cup player.
Yeah.
He played in every session, so the pool size is definitely bigger.
Yeah.
And he had more opportunity to win. He also had more opportunity to lose. But he was never dominant like he was at stroke play. And I kind of see Scotty the same way.
Maybe.
I'll make a side bet with you. Scotty won't be the leading US Ryder Cup's point taker at Bethpage.
So let's think about who else we've got there. Who you think would be up there for leading?
Okay.
Bryson?
I think Bryson would be, yeah.
Yeah. JJ Spawn.
Honestly,
First Ryder Cup.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna say Henley will win more points than Scotty Scheffler.
Wow. Clip it.
There you go, Russell. bring it home, baby. I just don't. I've just got this. I've got this feeling. I've got this image in my mind that Scotty's gonna go like 1 and 3, something like that.
Wow. Okay. I think, yeah. I mean, I'm inclined to sort of see where you're coming from. Just seems as a guy like who just chipped in and barely even put his hand up in the air.
But again,
it's
it's different. Well, let me put it this way: if you've got someone who's just won their Order of Merit, so you got John Rahm who's just won the Live Order of Merit despite not winning a single event all year, because he just finished like
second.
He basically Tommy Fleetwood the crap out of Live this year. He's just finished like literally the top 3 pretty much every single event.
And then poured milk over his head to celebrate.
Which we don't really know the context of, even though we saw the video. Joaquin Neiman won 5 events this year and he's still not won the individual title.
I thought there wasn't even more than 5 events on Live. I thought that was it.
Well, that's just your ignorance, isn't it? Ignorance of the game of golf. But if you put, who would you have in a stroke play match? Who would you rather put your money on? John Rahm or Scotty Scheffler?
Still say Scotty, to be honest.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'd put my money on John Rahm now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously close, isn't it? I mean, it also depends how much you think John Rahm's declined over the recent years, or whether you think he's still the man that he was.
I just think that the Ryder Cup is different. I think it's a completely different.
So you think
event
that
than
there's
stroke
like
play.
there's no like form going into it. It's just like who's got that dog in them.
I think form counts for a lot. Form does like give you confidence moving into that event. But the fact is that if you have the ability and if you have the fortitude to throw in a double bogey and then say, okay, that doesn't matter, because a double bogey in stroke play really matters.
Yeah.
It matters massively. In match play, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's a very different type of event, and we've just seen so many really good players not manage to play to their potential in the Ryder Cup because of the atmosphere and because of what it is.
Yeah. I suppose you can't put together that kind of like unassailable lead that you can in stroke play. You can't, there's no two or three shot swings within one hole or whatever. It's just like.
And again, I'll use Tiger Woods as the. Let me put it this way: Tiger Woods in stroke play at his peak was untouchable. People saw his name on the leaderboard. He pushed out ahead. Everyone was like scared of him, and no one really thought they would beat him in that. However, if you got Tiger Woods in the Ryder Cup, players were like, I want to play him. I want to beat him. Because on a one-off event, you can beat anyone. Phil Price and Phil Mickelson, classic example.
Do you think that I didn't watch Tiger much at all, if at all, when he was at his pomp, apart from like 2019, obviously. But do you think were a lot of Tiger's wins just from going out too far ahead and then no one being able to catch him? How often did he win from behind?
No, he did win from behind as well. Like, he did have an incredible record of going ahead after 54 holes. I think he was caught once. Yeah. At the PGA Championship.
I'm just thinking about like that sort of coming from behind mentality is, I guess, the kind of mentality that you need in a Ryder Cup more than sticking yourself 10 shots ahead of everyone and then not being able to be caught. Because you're not going to be able to do that in a Ryder Cup, but you are going to have to fight back against things that are like flipping either one way or the other all the time. And
I mean, to an extent, I think it is just it's a different attitude, it's a different game. I think about Poulter. Poulter's the best example I can give. Like, yes, he's won tournaments, and yes, he's obviously a very good golfer, but the Ryder Cup turned into a completely different animal. Yeah. Like, once every 2 years, Sergio Garcia can putt. Like, there's got to be something about the Ryder Cup that changes people.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, won't we? In a matter of weeks.
See when we get dominated. What we'll do a bit of we'll do a Ryder Cup kind of special once the teams have been decided and kind of once the picks have been chosen, because
which I believe is the 27th of August for America and like the 2nd for Europe.
We've got a little bit longer, but I mean, it's an interesting. I think the top players kind of pick themselves, but once you start to get down to the some of the new potential rookies and some of the captains' picks, it does get interesting. Like, there's players like Marco Penge on the European side who's just won another event, and he's going to be creeping up there. You got Harry Hall, but
will Keegan Bradley pick himself?
I'm not sure anymore, but we will get into it. We will get into that. Right, so we're going to be heading next week to the Tour Champs. We're only going to be there for literally the one day, literally the Wednesday, where we're going to be playing in the Creator Classic. Now, the Creator Classic, it's been going for, the whole year, but the first one was at the Tour Championships last year, which I played in, and it seems so long ago now.
Does seem a while ago.
Seems an incredibly long time ago. So returning to where it started and playing with me in the Creator Classic, and we'll get into the format of exactly what it is. We have Luke Kwan, who won last year. We've got Tisha Allen. We've got Sabrina Andolfo, I'm pretty sure it is. Gabby Golf Girl, myself, Michael Morris, Chris Solomon from No Lane Up, Roger Steele, Garrett Clark, Brad Dolke, Sean Walsh, and Daniel Solona, who's the short game king. They had a qualifier to get in.
I saw that.
Spot. I think he chipped in.
Short game king.
Like, imagine call yourself short game king and actually chipping in to get in. Fair enough. Like, fair play. And it's a bit of a strange format. So it's the back 9 that we play, but it's 8-hole stroke play, and then the best 4 scores go through to a playoff down the 18th. And I think if we tie the 18th, it's like a chip off or something.
I was hoping not getting this against the short game
like
king.
I don't think we keep looping round. So the difference with this year's one is we're going to be playing for $100,000, $100,000, and loads of different like prizes to
Just not
go
just not a
alongside it.
Blackstone grill.
Not a Blackstone grill, which finally did arrive like 6 months afterwards. My mum and dad are delighted with it. So we're going to be heading over there. We're going to be doing that. I think the first event was great. Some of the events this year have done better than others. I think the one at Sawgrass did really well.
I think the one at Sawgrass had a few more sort of well-known people than some of the others.
Yes, I mean there's this ongoing kind of issue with PJ Tour and Liv. So Liv have started their duels, for example. So it kind of negates Grant, Rick, the Bryan Bros kind of playing in the Creator Classic.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
But then Luke played in the duels and he's playing in this. So
But he's the defending champ.
But he's also defending.
So who knows?
It's a bit of muddy waters, isn't it?
Who knows? Who knows what's going on? I think it's kind of like a strange time, really, where you've got content creators who are trying to be aligned by different tours.
Yeah.
And I think they should be kind of kept separate. I think it's a completely different.
Yeah, you shouldn't be tying yourself.
It's a completely different form of golf content. It's a completely different thing in many respects. But hey, I don't know. I've not really thought my opinion through on it fully yet. But we're going to be going over there. It's going to be broadcast. It's going to be live. And
it was on Sky Sports last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Sky Sports. I think it's on Sky Sports again. I think this year, I'm hoping this comes off properly. It's going to be on the PJ's YouTube channel. But we're doing a simulcast between...
Oh, yeah, you can like broadcast it live on our channel.
Yeah, so it'll be going through our channel. It'll be going through other people's channels who are actually playing.
You could do like an option to have like someone commentating on it, like from our channel. If we'd have chosen to have Jacob and Mick and Kieran commentating, which logistically I didn't know how we were going to do it.
Yeah, so. I think we'll let them guys do it. So it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, with their YouTube now, have you noticed that you can also do collaborative videos?
Yeah.
So you can do on Instagram. So let's say we did filming with, I don't know, Good for example. Like we could have a collaborative video, so it goes down both channels at the same time, like an Instagram post.
Fair enough.
Which is pretty cool. And we'll be exploring this in the future. So yeah, that's it. Excited about going over?
Yeah, I think I've never been to probably an event of that size. Let's think, or like that kind of thing. Yeah, it'd be cool. And that golf course obviously is very famous, and it'll be pristine. And I'm excited to see it.
It's easy, mate.
Easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Easy.
Yeah, it's simple, really.
Clip it.
What was that last year? I missed. I think I missed out by one.
Yeah, I think you did.
Getting through to the final four last year, so hopefully I can.
I have high hopes for this year.
I am playing pretty well, and
like self-professed best putter in the world.
I am now the best putter in golf, and I don't often give myself credit, but having hung around with so many Americans last week, my self-confidence,
their ability to look after themselves, their own thoughts of themselves is rubbing off.
We'll see how we get on. I'm excited about it. It was a really good event. I think it was first of all, it was a great event to be part of. I'm not sure that the format of it and the way it was shot first time, where it was everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's got better every single iteration.
Yeah, I think there was a few criticisms about who was shown to what degree,
but which is always
going to
happen.
The way.
But I think
as long as they weight it towards the people towards the top, that makes sense. As long as they're not just picking, like I think at the time it was like Wes got shown every single shot that he hit.
Yeah,
because he was a PGA Tour player.
Which I get, which is understandable. But we'll see how it goes on. I'm not going to be worried about that. I'm just going to be worried about hole and putts. And smash and drive.
Smash and drive and hole and putts.
Being the best golfer I can be.
Yeah.
So with this, we've also been at quite a massive event last week. So
some would say the biggest.
I mean,
golf content creator event.
There's absolutely no doubt that this was the biggest one of its kind so far,
both financially and with the volume of people.
Yeah. Now, I've signed NDAs. There's a lot that I can't talk about, but I can explain exactly what it was. So, Big Cedar Lodge, which is in Missouri, which was built by the owner of Bass Pro Shops over here. Honestly, it is one of the best places I've ever been to. It was just incredible. Like the golf courses, the setting, the the atmosphere around the place, the views. It was.
I've heard people say good things about the Ozarks.
Honestly, I didn't know what to expect, and I think a lot of people who were there never been to Missouri.
Yeah,
like never been to the Ozarks.
It's not exactly the first choice for a holiday destination, is it?
But I'm kind of like it.
Should be.
It was stunning. It was absolutely amazing. There was one point where I kind of like left one of the courses. I got there a few days early to play the courses, and I'm sure I'll be able to show this, but like overlooking the entire golf course as the sun was going down, it was incredible. Like, what a place. Anyway, so we're over there. All these videos are going to be released in October, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the guy said. And it was a collaboration between Bob Does Sports and Barstool. So Barstool, massive in the States. Podcasts, all kind of sports and everything else in between. I still don't know.
Kind of like Lad Bible, really, I would say.
Lad Bible Extreme.
Lad Bible Extreme.
Yeah.
If you're British and you need a comparison point.
And it's headed by Dave Portnoy, who's he kind of sold Barstool, bought it back for. He's worth millions and millions and millions. Anyway, he basically said, let's do this event where we get almost 50 of the biggest golf creators in one spot for 1 week, and we're going to do a huge tournament. Now, I can't give away the format, but incredible. What's the word? I'm just trying to do this in a way which I'm not going to give anything away.
Operation.
Yeah, like the scale of it and the intricacy, the details that went into it were. I just can't even fathom how you can plan that kind of thing. And the amount of crew and the amount of people who were there to make it happen was insane. So you had 48 biggest golf creators. Some people who weren't really golf specific, but just came in from different avenues of online content creation or different sports. There's loads of different like sports styles there from every different kind of game, who just happened to play golf but brought something to the party. We faced off for a week, and it was special. It was special. I don't really know what to say. Apart from like pretty much everyone you watch online was there. It was so good.
I think there was a couple of people that weren't, but like 95%, 98% of the people that you know was in it. So
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's an interesting. I think it was an interesting moment, really, this trip, because you've got obviously all of us together. We're all chatting and we're all kind of discussing about what we're doing and what we're trying to think of moving forwards. And like the golf space on YouTube now is massive. Yeah. It's so huge, and kind of it's reached this point now where there's so many people making so many videos, and the audience does seem to still be growing. But it's kind of like everyone's figuring out and trying to understand ways that they can make their content like a little bit different. Yeah. Because I think at the moment some of it is just becoming a little stale. Like a lot of people doing the same things, and it's really, really hard to now like break through and to keep interest. So
I suppose it's just one of them, isn't it? Where there's only so many things you can actually do, but ultimately. And then once there's that volume of people that are coming through and making videos, it's like you do have to separate yourself from the pack somehow. But
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm really excited about what's going to happen in the next few years, or like concern's not the right word, but I could imagine like a lot of people who've been doing videos for like quite some time just not really doing them anymore. Like, but
they will be replaced.
Yeah,
it'd be a vacuum. It just doesn't.
No.
People don't just go away.
I think it's just difficult. Like, it's difficult to keep. What was that? It's difficult, like when so many people like start making videos to like keep going to try and redevelop and reinvent yourself all the time.
But then like there's flash in the pan, but then there's like you and Rick who've been doing it for so long and have managed to find different ways to.
Haggard corpses.
Yeah.
We get it.
Managed to find different ways to change it up and do different things. But what I'm saying is, if my confidence was somewhere in someone who could find the next thing, it would be
a couple of shriveled lobsters.
A couple of old fogies.
Yeah.
Just dragging themselves through YouTube golf.
We're like just a couple of plastic bags that you
Yeah.
put on the fire.
Just
at
filled
the
with
end,
custard.
just shriveled up,
Yeah.
and just poked out with sticks.
Just churning it out.
Like, ugh, look at them.
You want more content? Here's more content.
So yeah, good times. Talking about people with longevity and who've been smashing out for a number of years, did a filming the week before, like we're going to reverse it, in Arkansas with Good. Did a week-long collaboration with them. So it was a bit of an interesting one, actually, because normally when we do video collaborations, we kind of like get together, we spend a few days somewhere, film videos for us, film videos for the people that we're with, and like we try and kind of release them around the same time. It doesn't really matter. This one was a Good Cup week, which was, we filmed some videos prior to, I think we must have filmed about 12 videos.
I was going to ask you, how many was it total?
I think it must have been 12, and like most of them were building up to the Good Cup, which is a series of challenges heading up to like a grand final. Again, won't reveal any of the results, but this was one of the first times I was kind of like gotten over as like just a proper like guest.
It's like almost a good regular.
Like I had zero responsibilities as far as like the filming and the ideas and the content creation. All I was there to do,
just turn up and look pretty.
Turn up, look pretty, play some golf.
Yeah.
It was
hit the ball. Awesome. Which way? That way.
Yeah. It was quite. Well, I don't know. I think it was good.
Did you like it?
It was just weird. Like it was weird to be able to, just play.
To not be in charge.
Yeah, but still making kind of content and not have to worry about anything for a while.
Is it? Should I be worried? You're about to leave and join Good.
I'm about to join Good. Yeah.
Leave us all in the lurch.
I'm going to be the granddad of the group. Because it's weird when you think about it.
How old's Sean? Isn't Sean near your age?
I'm a few years younger. Like mentally, he's definitely older.
Yeah.
Like I've always been the oldest person in the room mentally, even when I was like in
12.
school. Like when I was 12, mentally I was like 48. I think he might be the only person I know who's like older, physically younger but mentally older than me. No. I kind of like it. So yeah, it was. It's just a great week, and they've also been going for quite some time now. But have you seen their road trip series that they've done?
The one with the RVs, and they're like, whoever loses goes in the crap.
Yeah. So it's like it's just like I think that for me was a really good example of, it's a golf video, it's a road trip video. You know, they've been done on YouTube forever. Yeah. But they combined them and they did it in such a great way that those videos have been just a huge success.
Yeah, I watched one, and I think the golf didn't start until like 40 minutes in, but you were still like interested,
still engaged. So,
I definitely think there's loads of scope for stuff like that in all of this. Like, obviously you feel like you need to get the golf going as soon as possible, but there's so many other stories around what we do that can be told as well. And I think that's a great example of it.
There's a few. There's a couple. I think probably what surprised me actually is that also I have to give a shout. The place we were staying, Hot Springs Village.
Was there Hot Springs?
In Arkansas.
Was it like Bath?
No, it really wasn't. It was like this. It's so weird. Like in the States, there's so much room, everything's so much bigger. But it was effectively like a housing complex built around 8 different courses, but spread over an area like the size of Greater Manchester.
Right.
And it was just all woods and lakes and golf courses.
It's mad that they just have these. They just go to a place that's got nothing in it and just go, right, let's just.
Honestly,
nothing of that scale exists in the UK where it's not already been built on.
No.
There's no way you could ever do anything like that.
It was
the land's
amazing.
Probably like 20 quid because no one was wanting to go there in the first place.
I was looking.
They just rock up and like, yeah, whatever, let's build a 12 golf course complex in a full village.
Why not? Yeah, I was looking at like some plots that I could buy and build a house on.
Right.
Because the plots are really cheap.
Yeah.
And like they build houses over here like out of MDF.
Yeah, pop-up houses.
So I reckon I could do it.
Do it.
I reckon I could live in Hot Springs Village.
Yeah. Yep.
Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm coming for you. There's a golf course for sale there as well.
Right.
Not that I've looked. We drove past. We drove past it.
Sounds like you've looked.
It was on the outskirts of it was outside the complex. We drove past it every day. So yeah, but Arkansas again, it's kind of weird that there's so many places in the States that I've just not been to. Like
It's huge. That's why.
in the middle as well. So like Missouri, Arkansas, these places, they're at their best in. It was hot when we were there, so you'd probably say like spring to just coming into the fall, which is autumn. Yeah. That's kind of when they're at the best as far as like temperature wise, beauty wise.
Yeah.
But that's when we are generally at home.
Yeah.
Like never really come over this way in the summer.
Yeah.
Like we only really come to the States to get away from the bad weather.
It was like when we went to Connecticut, Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. Like we would never go to those places because you have to come in June or July and them.
Yeah.
But this year you've done way more American travel across the board.
Look at that tan line as well, by the way.
It's easily distracted.
It's an absolute cracker.
By his own legs.
I just spend hours looking at them.
What's that?
It's a good tan line.
I don't doubt it.
Look at that.
No one wants to see your feet.
It's like my foot's been dipped in mayonnaise.
Right. Don't do that.
Unless you're into it.
Unless you're into it.
I think I might just stop all of this and just do an OF and just get my feet dipped in mayo.
How much money do you think you'd make?
I reckon if I started at OnlyFans.
How many sign-ups?
I reckon if I started at OnlyFans, which was just dedicated to me dipping my feet in mayonnaise, I would both at the same time make nowhere near as much as you think, but also depressingly probably more than anyone would suspect.
Yeah. Comment below if you'd sign up for this, and maybe it's the next venture. Don't tempt him.
Sam's trapping you. Sam's trying to trap you. This is catfishing. Catfishing OnlyFans with mayonnaise covered feet.
We're gonna set this up and make out like it's got that, and actually it's just gonna be like, I don't know, extra content.
Do you remember when we started talking about good? So we were there, like sitting around a table, dipping our feet in mayonnaise, and discussing the future, what we could do. One thing which actually surprised me, and I'm not just saying this to like blow smoke up anyone's arse here, I was surprised how good they all were at golf.
I mean, they play a lot, so I would hope so.
Yeah, I didn't really expect. I think because this good cup as well, they like actually put personally quite a lot of like impetus into it, and they actually really want to win. So I was like, God, I really need to up my game.
I mean, stuff like that. That's what makes the videos good in a lot of senses. Like if they care about it as well, and the viewer cares about it.
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice surprise. And oh my God, Brad
smokes it.
Seriously.
Whack.
I have played with a lot of good golfers at this point.
Yeah,
he is unreal.
Yeah, he's now focusing on being a pro again, isn't he? So I think he might have even stepped up to the next level now.
I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because I think maybe doing all the social stuff and doing YouTube golf has allowed him to kind of get his head free of anything.
Relax a little bit.
Yeah, and the golf he's playing it's so good.
Well, I mean, you have to remember he did play in the Masters when he was really young,
and the US Open,
and the US Open, and then had a few difficulties with the mental side of it, which is obviously normal. But then, like you say, freed himself up now, just enjoying it again, and then
you know what's really annoying?
Cool.
It's actually really nice as well.
He seems nice. Hopefully, I'll get the chance to speak to him in Atlanta.
No. There's someone outside the door.
Somebody at the door.
It's fine. If this podcast never gets released and the police find this file, just let my family know I love them. Did you see anyone?
I didn't see anyone.
Okay, anyway.
Burglar.
Nothing to worry about. Stranger danger. So we might as well kind of wrap this up. Is there anything else that we got to talk about? What else have we done? Is that it?
I think so. I mean, there's a little bit of... We talked about that, didn't we?
We don't need to worry about that. I think... How long has this been going for?
I don't know.
It's kind of descending into chaos now.
Well, it's because of the intruder. How far have we gone?
47 minutes. That's pretty good. I'm just going to check.
47 minutes. He's gone to check if the intruder's about to break in. We can talk about the trials and tribulations of my arrival in Memphis this week. The
Arrival in Memphis.
The hire car that I rented and then got a stone into the windscreen and cracked it.
Yeah, why did you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose. Memphis roads apparently are full of rocks. And they like
Or
to
maybe it's just the
jump
ones
up.
you were driving in town. Why did you just take the freeway?
I was on the freeway. That's where it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It jumped up, cracked into the windscreen, and then split it right the way across.
Why would you take a hire car off-road then?
Yeah, it was through the fields. And I don't know if you can hear, I'm a little bit ill as well. So there's that. But things I do, just power through for you.
You are.
I'm a trooper.
You are such a warrior.
I don't know if you've noticed as well. I am the only one here because trooper.
Yeah, I think you're the only one here because I've not actually booked you a ticket back yet. I'm just
Just leaving me behind.
I'll tap you on the shoulder at the airport and then just
Enjoy.
turn around and run.
Look, what's that?
Sam didn't make it, but hey, he's living his life now in Atlanta.
It was a good 18 months.
It was a cracking time that we had. Well done, you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is ending its gas. Right, I think we should go and get some food and maybe go for a walk.
Yeah, we're in the car a lot today.
I've driven literally 10 hours in the last 2 days.
Yeah, that's not good. And they're boring roads as well.
Yeah, very boring. To the point where how long was I asleep for during the final round?
Yeah, you missed the good bits of 16 and 17, so it was at least 20 minutes.
You woke me up when that chip went.
Yeah, he missed the chipping and I think he woke up when I was like,
It was the worst thing was I woke myself up snoring. The first time it was just a single.
Yeah, you woke up when Harry Hall chipped in as well.
Oh, did I?
And you went, oh, Harry Hall, and then you went back to sleep again.
I listen when Harry's on the screen. I just instantly wake up.
Yeah.
Oh God! Right. Anyway, guys, that's it. We're gonna go now. Hope you enjoyed listening. A little bit of a random one today, as the cicadas kick off outside. We will speak to you and see you again soon. I'm literally losing it. Sam, you can wrap this up.
Yeah. We apologise for missing last week's episode as well. Next week it'll be back to regular scheduled broadcasting.
Don't apologise. Don't apologise for anything.
I think they'll all be back in the studio next week, unless I'm very much mistaken. But yeah, have a nice week and see you soon.